When you have good or bad luck in PoE, players often refer to you having good or bad RNG. RNG stands for random number generation. It refers to how a game processes the idea of randomness by using some formula written into the game's code to generate numeric values based on a mathematical function of a current set value of attributes. Game RNG is actually pseudo-random, wherein a large pool of options are randomly picked, but could be modeled based on the game's programming, more specifically the seed or key values programmed in. In PoE, lucky refers to applying a second roll of deterministic outcomes within the game's programming. Each is rolled twice, and the better outcome is executed. A video game is developed in an engine. An engine is written in code such as C++ or JavaScript. Code is stored in bits, usually binary or hexadecimal. They don't physically measure real-world sources of entropy such as radioactive decay, radio noise, or solar rays. Thus, there is no true source of randomness when we speak of having good game RNG. True randomness is both a mathematical and a philosophical question. Does true luck exist outside the gaming world? It could be argued that having any kind of good luck was deterministic based on trillions of interacting factors leading up to that circumstance. Andrei Kolmogorov discussed that a true random set of mathematical values is disorderly and thus incompressible, but this level of analysis is too complex for this video. In short, it cannot be modeled. Throwing dice is another example. The force, direction, amount of shakes, etc. within the throw, and the air resistance, table friction, and gravity upon release are predeterministic if modeled appropriately. Thus, the dice throw is not truly random. Take the Heisenberg uncertainty principle. Electrons do not actually travel around atomic nuclei like planets around the sun. Rather, these particles are so tiny they act as waves and exist within probabilistic zones around the nucleus called electron orbitals. The interactions of atoms within molecules change these orbitals, but the Heisenberg uncertainty principle describes that we can know the speed of the electron but not the location, or the location but not the speed. There is a factor of true randomness involved, at least to the extent that humans or kaiju can measure it, which is all that matters because that's what we are. I only pretend to be good at PoE, but I actually have a degree in science and philosophy, so it's an interesting concept to me. Either way, good RNG, my brothers.